morning, friends. Hi, I'm Darlene. Welcome back to Super at 60 in our new farmhouse in the forest. We have been here now 8 months, and I just can't even tell you how much we are absolutely loving being here in this new town and just enjoying our home and our surroundings. Our pool is in finally. We have been in the pool, as you could tell probably, every single day that we can possibly be in there. There's been a little bit of rain here and there that we've missed a day or two, but other than that, it has been just a pure joy-filled summer. July was fabulous. Yes, I know I have not had videos out, but I can explain myself, and hopefully you'll forgive me. July was family packed. It was so wonderful. We had family here, grandchildren, everybody was here. And the house just came to life. You know how that is when your family comes to visit. We had such an incredible time. We had birthdays to celebrate. We had anniversaries we celebrated. We had baptisms. We had 3 baptisms, some of them right here in our pool. Our little 7-year-old grandson, Everett, we call him Munchie. Munchie was baptized while we were in Texas by his dad at their church. And then Lou and myself, we were baptized. We have never been baptized. We've always wanted to do it, and we just kept putting it off. And finally we said, you know what? Our whole family is here. We are going to do that this time. We are going to be baptized. So both our boys, who are both believers, baptized the 2 of us, and it was a very joyful time. So happy that all our family and our grandchildren could witness that. All right, I am back, and I hope you enjoyed those pictures and videos from our July. We had a fabulous July, as I'm sure you can see. Anytime family and your children and your grandchildren are involved, you know you're going to have a great time, and we did, and we missed them so much. It's sad when your kids don't live right next door or down the street or something. Yeah, it could be a little sad, but we see them. We try to see them as much as possible, and we talk to them very often. All right, yeah, I'm in a new top. It's a new day. I had to stop filming yesterday, and we needed to go and do stuff, but I wanted to get back to it today because I know it's very important to you. It's my number 1 asked question, actually, on my diet videos when I talk about the ketovore or carnivore. Sometimes some days we do pure carnivore, you know, just nothing, just meat, eggs, beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, basically, you know, a little salmon and shrimp. But most days I do kind of put a veggie in there or something. I don't know why. I guess because I just like them. Some of them. I try to get the lower carb. Well, those of you who have seen my videos and the foods that we eat in a week, those videos, those are very popular videos, and I'll be doing those again. One thing that has kept us on this diet is the fact that we eat pretty much the same kind of things. You know, I don't have a lot of cookbooks that I go through all the time and try to make new concoctions of this and that, and we know what we like. We know what our body craves. We know what tastes good to us. We know what we think about and long for. The other day, you know, we were out swimming around in the pool, and it was about 2:30 or so, and I started thinking about dinner. You know, I wasn't particularly hungry, but I started thinking about dinner. I started getting excited because I knew I had 2 steaks put out, not just 1 steak divided in half for both of us, but 2 whole steaks. We hadn't eaten all day. We didn't eat breakfast. We had some coffee in the morning, and I was getting excited and almost drooling at the thought of those steaks. Now that's good. I think that says a lot. Okay, we enjoy that meal tremendously. Let's get to the blood work. This is very important to me. All right, I'm going to tell you the reference ranges. Reference ranges are different, of course, like I've said, from lab to lab. But this is my lab, and that's all I have to go on, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, sodium level up first. I don't have a whole lot of lab work here. She didn't do like this great big full panel. I'm going to do that in January 2026. I have a physical lined up for then, and we'll do more blood work then. But these are the really important things, the things that I really wanted. Sodium level was, the reference range is 136 to 145. Mine was 140. Okay, so it was very good. Lou's was too, as a matter of fact. His blood work, I have his blood work here. I won't share most of that with you because it's his thing to share, not mine. but I'll tell you anything about me. You know me. And so sodium level check, optimal, love that word, optimal. Potassium level was right in the mid-range, 3.5 to 5.1. It was right dead center in the middle for potassium. That's very good. And I think I could probably chalk that up maybe to, I drink a lot and I use a lot of those element drinks. I've got one in here right now. And they've got all the vitamins and the minerals and the trace minerals and the potassium and the sodium all in their drinks. I usually sip on just one a day. They're a little bit pricey. Hey, Element, if you're listening, why don't you sponsor my channel? I tell people about your drinks all the time, Element, and I would very much like you to send me some so that I can share them with my friends here at Super 60. All right, let's see. Let's get back to this. All right, chloride level. That is for checking for kidney issues, kidney troubles, and that was right dead center, optimal range. No problems with the kidneys. There's quite a few kidney and liver tests that she ran in here because I always worry about that. You know, I just do. I don't know why. I just do. Probably on no reason for it, but I just do. So I wanted that. Carbon monoxide, dead center, optimal. Anion gap, that's your acidity imbalance if you have some kind of uric acid or acidity problem in your body. Mine, again, right dead center in the middle of the reference range, optimal. Calcium level, the kidney for kidney disease. Mine was right, again, dead center in the middle with optimal level. Glucose level, mine was 109 in the morning. That's when you prick your finger first thing in the morning, or I guess they took it out of my blood, yeah. And it was a little bit high. It should be 70 to 100. And I even think that's a little bit high, 100. I like to have it lower. Sometimes there's something called the dawn phenomenon. And in the morning, sometimes my sugar, I know for me, can be a little bit higher, like this 109. I think that's too high. I think that's too high for me. So what I do is about an hour later, after I take the first sugar in the morning, before I even step foot out of bed, I take it later, and before my coffee, about an hour later, and it's usually dropped down into the 90s. So you might want to try that. Look into that dawn phenomena. You can look at it, look it up on YouTube or look it up on wherever you look, and find out about that. All right, another kidney. Sometimes you'll see BUN, bun, on your blood work. That's a kidney workup, and it was optimal range there. So that was good. I had good feeling about that. Creatinine level was, again, optimal level, even on the lower end of the optimal level for me, so that was really good. Again, another liver and kidney test, the small e, large GFR. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe you guys know. If you do, let me know in the notes below. Let's see. My reference range is 60 to 1.73. Mine was 100, so optimal, pretty much optimal in there. Let's see, protein, the protein level, checking for liver disease. Again, mine was optimal level, 6.4 to 8.2. Mine was 6.5, so very, very good. And on the lower end, actually, of that. Albumin level, I hope I say that rightly. That is liver and kidney check again. Reference range 3.4 to 5.0, and mine fell right dead center in the middle of that. The bilirubin, again, just dead center in the middle of the reference range, optimal. Liver conditions, alk phosphorates, I guess that is, again, on the lower range, no, mid, right in the middle range, optimal reference range. More liver damage testing, capital AST, again, right in the middle of optimal. You can see these are all really, really good. ALT, so we have AST and ALT, both liver damage testing. Mine, again, optimal level of 16 international units, if that means anything at all to you. It really does not to me, so I really have to look at those reference ranges and those optimal ranges so that I kind of know. Dehydration level was 298, and it should be between 275 and 300. So that was pretty good. Iron level. Now, I wanted to have my iron checked because, I use cast iron all the time. And we eat a lot of beef, a lot of steak and meat. And that has a lot of iron in it. I want to make sure that I wasn't doing iron overload. So that was an important test for me. And the reference range is 40 to 145. That's the optimal number. And mine was 42. So I was very, very happy because I don't want to give up my cast iron pans. I love them. And many of you have asked for a video on how I keep my cast iron clean, how I wash it, how I care for it. Is it a pain in the neck? No, it is not a pain in the neck. I wash it like every other dish, and I've already filmed it for you. So it's just a matter of sticking it into a video. Maybe next video, maybe the video after that. But if it was hard, I wouldn't do it. Okay. So if you love your nonstick, you will love cooking with cast iron just as well. And it doesn't take that long to season. And all the old-fashioned things that you'll see on there, how hard it is to this, and you have to add oil to it and put it in the oven and re-season it and season it. That is just nonsense. It's just nonsense, in my opinion. Always. So you can let me have it down in the comments. Believe me, I am used to it by now. So I always, if I say in my opinion a lot, it's because, sometimes people are just, well, you're just nasty sometimes, okay? And sometimes you're just as cute as can be, and I love you all. Either way, I love you all. But I think it's kind of funny how people take things. TIBC, I'm not sure what that is. So anyway, it was optimal, in the optimal range again. Let's see here. I don't have too much more. Hemoglobin A1C. Oh, this is an important test. This is the test for your sugar how your sugar does over 3 months. Probably many of you have had an A1C done. It is a very, very important test. My A1C back in 2024, January 2024, I'm embarrassed to tell you, it was 13. That is atrocious. That probably did some damage to my body. Irrevocable damage to my body. So that worries me a little bit, but it is now not even diabetic, not even pre-diabetic. I have gone all the way down to 5.5. So I am so excited, and I want it to be even lower still. I am aiming for a 4 point something. That's my goal. So maybe in the next test that I have, like in January 2026, maybe I'll make my goal. I don't know, but I was thrilled. I was just thrilled, and Lou's was even lower than mine. So we're doing something right? We're doing something right. A1C is very, very important. The thyroid was next. Now the thyroid, that is the only thing out of all the blood work, that is the only thing that was abnormal. I was over-medicated on my thyroid. I was having heart palpitations at night sometimes, and a little bit of hair loss, every morning in the sink. And I knew something was up because that's kind of the symptoms of a high thyroid, hypothyroid. So I asked the doctor, I said, look, I am sick and tired of this thyroid thing. For 30 years, since my first baby, that's when this started happening. And I've been treating it every 3 months. Well, you need to up it, you need to lower it. And you guys, if you have gone through this too, let me know in the show comments below. I really would like to know how you're handling this. Anyway, with this diet, and I also take some iodine. Now that's something personally that I do, that I have read up about, and I believe in strongly. You need to do the research on iodine and how important it is for you. Dr. Berg, I believe, Eric Berg, he just did a video on the importance of iodine to the body. It's not just for the thyroid, it's for the brain, it's for your eyes, it's for your breast tissue. I mean, it is for everything. It's very, very important. But don't just start taking it. You have to learn the protocol of that first. So do a little research on that and see if that might help you out a little bit. Anyway, we really lowered the thyroid. So all I take is just a tiny, tiny bit of thyroid. That, as a matter of fact, is the only medication that I take right now. I am off any and all statins. I am off any and all sugar, your diabetic medications. I'm off any and all pain medications that I was taking for, and neurological medications for this trigeminal neuralgia that I have. Sometimes I'm going to try to remember to come back to this because I have something I want to tell you about that. So, Lord, please help me remember to come back to that. All right, I'm going to write it down. All right, insulin random. that is the next one. Or this is going to determine your insulin resistance. You have probably heard that buzzword or that term, insulin resistance. It's a glucose insulin level. Next time you go to the doctor, ask your doctor, if you have sugar issues, could I please have the glucose insulin test? I really want that. I want to see if I'm insulin resistant or not. So my doctor pushed back a little bit on that. I like this new doctor we have down here in our new town. I like her a lot. She pushed back just a tiny bit, just saying, I've never done that test before. It's almost like, I don't think so. But I said, yes, I want it. So she did it. She did it. And I am so glad she did, because it, again, falls right into the lower end of the optimal range, okay? So this measures your insulin, how your body is using insulin. I am not insulin resistant. Lou is not insulin resistant. I have no aches. I have no pains. I have no arthritis. And getting back to that trigeminal, let me just go there right now. I have talked about this in other videos, and some of you have written me and told me that you have trigeminal neuralgia as well, or you have a loved one who has it. It's a monster. It's mean and nasty and cruel, and I hate it. I really do. Now I have an atypical case. It's a little bit different than your typical case of trigeminal, but it's extremely painful. I've had it for 30 years. I go to a pain management specialist. But I just realized one day, all this pain medicine I'm taking, it's not helping. It's not helping, so I don't want to take it anymore. So I just got off it and I just lived with it. But then I realized about 8 months ago, I wasn't even thinking about this anymore. It wasn't even a thought in my head, whereas before it was just, it's chronic. It's just a chronic issue. And I thought, what is going on here? This is unbelievable. Dr. Ken Berg, to my surprise, about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago now, he did a full video on carnivore or low carb, good fat eating, and trigeminal neuralgia, and how that diet, because of the low inflammation, because of this insulin resistance, or not having it, is lowering the inflammation that is causing the pain in the face. And I have not had any of that medication, and I can't tell you how it has changed our lives. Not to think about this every day is enough for me to stay on this plan of eating for the rest of my life. Yeah, if that's the only reason. The losing weight, of course, is a great benefit, but all the other benefits, this blood work and that self-assurance, to feel like you're doing something really good for your body. At my age, I don't want to fool around anymore. I want to be healthy. I want to be strong. I want to go into my even older years. And, I don't want to walk with a walker. I don't want to walk with a cane. I don't want to be in a wheelchair. Nobody wants that. Now, life is life, and you never know what is going to come your way. You just don't know. I mean, that's why we have faith, right? But I want to do everything in my power that I can to help myself. And I hope that you guys feel that same way about yourself, because you are important and what you do counts. All right, so let's see. A general inflammation in the body I had, it's called the ESR Western Gren test. And that, again, the inflammation in the body was right dead center, optimal range. Very, very good. And then height, weight, all that stuff. And of course, cholesterol. That's what you wanted to hear about. So let's go right there, right now. Blood pressure was 122/64. And then I went to my pain management doctor, about a month later, or 2 weeks later. And it again was perfect. It was the perfect blood pressure. So I was very happy about that. So cholesterol levels. Okay. Total cholesterol, I guess that's total cholesterol. I'm not sure. But at the top it says cholesterol 144. The optimal range for that is 100 to 199. Now again, this is my lab that did this work. I don't know what your lab is going to state as optimal or the reference range, but I'm going to go by this and my doctor. So triglycerides, another A1C triglycerides, Keep them down. Keep them down low. The only way to do it is to stay away from the sugar and the carbs and the refined foods, the garbage out there. The SAD diet, the American diet, is just awful. My triglycerides were 103. Optimal is 20 to 140. I really would like to lower those, but still, in the optimal level. HDL, I guess they consider that the good cholesterol. Mine was 52, and they want it greater than 50. And the LDL, okay, this is what you're waiting for. I need a drum roll right here. They want it lower than 130. All right, they. Who is they? I don't know. I don't even know if I believe all this cholesterol stuff anymore. I know that I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but I'm hearing whispers out there about things changing in the cholesterol world, especially that LDL level. Anyway, if this makes you feel better, I guess it still makes me feel better, but my LDL was 71. Okay, that's a lot of beef, that's a lot of fat, that's a lot of butter, that's a lot of eggs, that's a lot of fish, that's a lot of salmon. You know the stuff we eat. You've been watching us. So, yeah, optimal LDL should be less than 100. Yeah. So anyway, that's it. That's all the tests that I had done this time, and that's all the good stuff. And you can see that I'm smiling because I couldn't be happier. At my age, my mid-60s, I am thrilled that I have blood work that is so good. My doctor said, your blood work is better than mine. And she's like 36, I think she said she was. So yeah, I was very happy. Guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me today here at Super at 60 and our new farmhouse in the forest. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please leave me comments below and let me know about your blood work. Let me know what you think about my blood work. If you think something's too high, something's too low, if you have any comments, I like to converse with you. That's how we make friendships here at Super at 60. If you enjoyed this video or any of my videos, I would ask that you please give me a thumbs up, because that really helps my channel, and my channel is starting to grow, and I'm so excited. I am almost at 45,000 subscribers, and I love each and every one of you. If you see a video that means a great deal to you, it might mean a great deal to a friend or somebody, so share it. Put them on all your socials. I would appreciate that more than you can imagine. I hope that you make this the greatest day ever, and I will be back with you very soon because I have a lot of things I need to share with you. July is over, the summer is almost over. It's about mid-August of 2025 that I'm filming this, and I have a lot of great stuff for you to look forward to in the coming months. Thanks again for being here. Bye now, and Lord bless.